investigator with the Transportation Safety Board of Canada in the Richmond Hill office.
So it's a fairly abnormal occurrence here tonight. Just tell us what happened.
Well, the aircraft that's behind me right now was on its way back into Buttonville from a local flight. He got out to Lindsay and was coming back, and not quite sure why, but he had a fuel problem, and as a result the engine lost power. In his estimation, he couldn't reach the runway, and he saw an opportunity to put it down on Highway 407, which he did very successfully.
And just tell us some of the difficulties there. I mean, we had live wires, we had trees and signs and all kinds of obstructions.
The paved surface is wide enough, if you're correct. There's wires across there, there's traffic signs that arch over the highway. He's come in, it would appear, over top of one of the overpasses and then got underneath one of those signs. Pretty tricky bit of work. They were lit up and he could see them. Nevertheless, I think he was both very fortunate and skillful in getting it done.
We certainly don't see aircraft landing on highways very often around here.
No, we don't, and I don't suppose we'd want to, because we wouldn't want it to rush up. Traffic conditions were very good for it.
You mentioned he had some sort of a fuel problem. Is that a polite way of saying he ran out of fuel?
No, that is not a polite way of saying he ran out of fuel. I personally checked the fuel quantity in the tank and the gauges, and he does have over an hour of fuel there. Unfortunately, it appears that it wasn't getting to the engine, and that is yet to be determined why that is, but he had fuel on board.
What's the experience level of the pilot?
I know he's been flying for well over 10 years. Exact number of hours and so on, I'm not certain. But he does maintain his currency. He does lots of night flying in the aircraft.
So I guess this really couldn't have gone much better in an emergency situation like this.
You're absolutely correct. It's an excellent outcome. There are not many places to put an airplane, especially at night, in this area. It's built up, as you well know.
So what does this say to the pilot's skills and experience to be able to land on a highway like that when we're basically have no fuel going to the engine?
It says he did exceptionally good work to get it down there, and I think it also says it was exceptionally lucky that the highway conditions, the traffic conditions and so on allowed him to do it.
Alrighty. What's the next step?
Well, the next step is for him to get his mechanics to take a look at the aircraft and establish what's going on with the fuel system, exactly what happened there, and at this point, you could probably take a dozen different things that may have contributed to it, but just don't know at this point.
But as far as the Transportation Safety Board's involvement, are you through the investigation, or are you still involved?
We will monitor what was on there, but typically this will either be some sort of mechanical problem, perhaps a procedural problem, but it will not be something new about this airplane type. Highly unlikely. That's why we'll monitor it. And if there is anything mysterious about it, then we'll get back involved.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.